Starting the stream with a cough. Blah, 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 blah. Couple of these. Huh. Is anyone really using explosive barrels now that they've tweaked them around again? Yeah. Can you put them in the water if you don't own the water? Okay, someone was saying at one point that you couldn't do that, so I wasn't sure. That's what I'd heard. Okay, that's what I was asking. Into a harbor. Oh, they changed it back? Okay. You can still do a lot with 10 kegs. I don't even know what the Cerberus was, so. Huh. Sounded a whole lot better the second one time you said it. Hopefully they're not expecting it back when you're done. The Mortem crew was starving, so I'm gonna go fix that. It's just a word pun. But Notorious THE was like out for a while. But it was notorious, not notorious. Like Harry made the pun out of nautical. Grimsy, did your ship entirely mutiny yet? Cracking a cold one? I went in here and fixed it last night, but it had like 2 crew left or something. Oh, there's still 2 crew left. They had no gold and no food. Oh, nice. Thank you, thank you. Well, that's the way you do it right there, guys. Wait for them to get sick of it, then say, hey, you want this? Did we say you could go? Giving you the 3rd degree. We need more fertilizer made. Oh, actually, someone might have fertilized all the crops since last time. I'm not seeing any down to 30k anymore. Sure. Oh. I was happy with just do me. But, alright, let's see what you got. Yeah. There were like 30 or so last time I checked the towers. Yeah, I guess I can do that. Jesus, where'd you get all that again? Oh. Yeah. They got dev wiped, I'm guessing. Where were they at? Oh, where were they at? At the A8 that we were doing last night? Gotcha. I joined in that after like everyone went to bed and it sounded like they were already done. So I was like, alright, well. Good job, everybody. Who owns the grouchy old bastard? Oh. Gosh. Last night I was checking the ships and his had gold and food. I just didn't know whose it was. Trying to keep tabs on who's actually feeding and keeping their crews up. What are we doing down here? Oh, yeah, true. Oh, that's a really good common. Oh, sad days. Still. Yeah, that's crazy good for common. Yeah. You still need to put some gold on your ship again, Grimsy, just so you know. I only stuffed like a little bit on there last night and it's all gone again. I just put a little more food back in. Oof. I think part of my issue is we're, like, at some point, well, that's a little bit of the issue, but the bigger issue right at the very moment. They're really far away, though. Yeah. Did he leave again? Yeah. No. I still like Atlas better than ARK, but I definitely get the similarities. One of the issues I'm having with it is, like, I want to get on, I want to do a whole bunch of farming and, or building and, kind of build up defenses, but at the same time I know this ain't going to be our home, so I don't want to waste my time doing it all here. Yeah. It's not a hit at you. Yeah. Well, here's something I've thought of, and I'll run it by you, see what you guys think. But I figured it would come up with a big rousing hell no. I was thinking, so to get away from all the drama and whatnot, we become not a beta, but another allied tribe in it. So that way we ain't got to deal with as much of that BS. Move around to wherever. I think smaller cluster tribes are a better fit anyway. I mean, you'd have to work with your allies a little more, but honestly, since we're such a giant tribe, a lot of the time when allies make the call, everyone goes, someone else will do it, and then they don't do shit. Sure. Yeah, for a short while. Well, if they do it like they did Lineage, where you have to leave a character there, it'll be less of a problem. But everybody's duplicate Steam accounts, that'll be what they're doing with them. Sly dog. Maybe, I don't know. Well, they're pirates. Oh, well, we've started wars, but we do play the pirate card. Hmm.
Holy shit.
I like that guy. I don't know who he is, but I like that guy. Oh. In that guy's defense, I mean, you gotta get your captain's hat back. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. That sounds like it was a good night. When, sorry, go ahead. There's a little bit of that, but mostly what I was talking about when I was talking about I wasn't making a smaller company. I wasn't talking about breaking ties. I was just talking about getting away from all this bullshit drama and unnecessary leadership and all that jazz. Just be our own thing like we've been doing. That wouldn't work for us. That's my weakness too. If they say what the fuck or why are you blowing up our ships, it'd be like, well, we're pirates. But it's if they actually greet you and be like, hey, how you doing? It's like, well, fuck. Now I'm gonna feel awfully bad if I do this. No. Oh. Matthew Murphy, thank you for subscribing. On the main channel, actually. Yeah, Matthew, I remember you. Man, it's been a while. Well, did you change your name, actually? I remember Matthew. I don't remember Matthew Murphy. Oh, yeah. Right click. Ow. Okay, you can't. For war. Good deal. It's a lot easier with a bear. That sucks, Matt. But yeah, I remember you. Hey, Linya. Hey, Linya. Hate to ask you to do it. Would you move the Cerberus either next to the Monkcast or next to the Born Immortum? If we do have to get out to war or something, basically all of our battle brigs are stuck behind that thing right now. Okay. You have 2 minutes and we're going to start speaking in Cannonball. That was great. I like that guy. I don't know who he is, but I like him. Oh, baby. I was thinking about expanding the search for islands or whatnot. Aw, you used to do that all the time, Matt. You need to be in school paying attention to school while you're at school. storage. You have one cannon port open on the server. It's just like poking over here toward our base. What is that? I still believe a galley only needs 2 decks. Ah, okay. Have fun, Matt. Why are we missing a wall on the tower over here? The tower next to the mortem, there's just one wall missing. Oh, that's real shit. I'm gonna be dead when I get back. They said 15 minutes last I saw, and I'm swimming out to a tower right now. Oh shit, I didn't notice that one. Okay. Battle Royale Apex Legends. I heard about it, and a couple people say it might be good. I hadn't really looked into it myself yet. Ever since freaking Fortnite, everybody's trying to do their Battle Royale. Call of Duty, everything. Just, I don't know. To me, it's already sort of a tired genre. I've heard people say that about a lot of Battle Royales so far in Practical. I mean, like I said, I'll take a look at it. Send me a link in Discord and I'll check it out at some point or another, but you would not be the first time to say that about a Battle Royale.
You've already looked at it.
Have I?
That's the one we watched.
Oh, was it? It didn't look that impressive. I mean, the only thing innovative about it is you can go in as a squad when you jump down. And there's some kind of Titanfall shit going on.
Yeah, it's got a class system.
Yeah, I don't know. We didn't look into it real big then. We just watched like a 15-minute. Is he doing his own thing or what's up? I can't blame him. I feel like aside from Harry, I'll go ahead and say that because I don't want Harry to feel like I'm pinning him with this one, because he's been on dealing with a lot of bullshit he ain't even supposed to be. But, aside from him, I feel like a lot of the leadership's been lacking. we've been at BoCap for weeks. That's not my complaint with leadership. I've just seen a lot of leadership lacking, is my issue. Server's back up. What in the world was that about? I'm well, I I echo that sympathy. The only thing I would add to it, like really biggest complaint about leadership, and I've said this a couple times. I don't care about the fighting, all that jazz. Tame limits are going to be what it is until we can fix it and move and da-da-da. Not even really bitching about that. What I'm fussing about is the bureaucratic bullshit that doesn't get done. Like the other night, apparently it happened 3 times, and I was even one of them who did it. I didn't realize I was the 3rd one who did it, and it was an exhausted ordeal by that point, but we attacked after we checked the lists, and lists weren't updated. Like, apparently only the captains had that ability, and there was 2 on. That's an issue. Yeah. That's my complaint, is the lack of bureaucratic clarity. And I don't like bureaucracy and all that well to begin with, but I mean, we got a system in place, and it obviously isn't working a good portion of the time, because that's happened a few times. Little shit like that is annoying. Traitor. Yeah. Are you, I'm about to say, yeah. Southern Island. I get what you're saying, but the Southern Island on C3 is probably not the best example, because it does have a lot of defenses. I think Hulk put a lot of those up himself. They're pretty well hidden. That's what I've been saying about leadership. Yeah. I love Syntax to death, but I noticed he's been a lot less active. I think he's been real life issues or some jazz. A lot of it boils down to we got a lot of opinion about the matter just because we see a lot of things not getting done. Meanwhile, in our little facet, we're functioning pretty well like an old machine. It's just when you reach outside our little core mechanic, you start seeing the cluster fuckery, and then our opinions start getting real big and bad about what needs to happen. And I know a part of that is, you know, Harry has the one guy who has outreach to those other little sectors gets irritated to hear about it all the damn time too. Yeah. I can queue in here and give you a task if that's what you love doing. Then take at any given time, take half our thatch, wood, or iron, and go trade it for other types of the same, other types of metal, other types of wood, other types of thatch. Because we use all of those for cannons and shit. What's up, Syntax? Oh, baby. Well, like I said, the one thing I know that we'll always need is additional types of metal, wood, and thatch. So, because that's what we use to make the cannons and the alloys. So you are certainly welcome, at least if it's just my say, to grab at any given point in time a quarter or a half of whatever we got and go trade it for the same amount of different styles of the same stuff. No, not at a free port. Like trading. I don't think we'll be known as that because we'll be using those upgraded cannons to knock Care Bear. So that's just my thought. I want you know, send it to you with a delivery of cannonballs at a rapid rate of speed. I don't know. This sounds like a douchey thing to say, but a lot of people in any kind of game are going to prefer to hear the female voice. Not saying you don't have a velvety, smooth one, Tiger, but it's just it's a fact.
What?
You can't even hardly say something like that in a company now without getting the...
Can't hear you.
It's a fact, everybody knows it, but you can't say it like that. I saw, honey, I saw what you were doing. Oh, yeah, no, my mom and grandma did as well. Definitely, yeah. Almost done distributing all this mortar shot and shit, Harry. Anything else you need? Make your job a little easier? Alright. You've caught a bunch of crap from us today, but none of us were speaking directly to you. I feel like you clammed up because it wasn't a fun conversation. Yeah. If we can't fire cannonballs, we're gonna fire insults. That's what, not insults, but you know what I'm saying. We're gonna fire off at the mouth. Yeah, shots fired. Let's all.
I think I'm just frustrated because I like the game. I love the game, but I'm just not having fun with it.
Well, real life gets in the way a lot too.
Honestly, like recently, like in the past week, I haven't farmed much at all. I farmed exactly what I needed to do. I haven't put in work, so I can't sit here and say I'm sitting here working my ass off because it's so much fun. I haven't done it. It's insane. It's actual grinding happening.
Let's all take a moment and give Harry a big old bear hug. Where's this man at? I think he knows better.
Harry knows that he's #1 captain.
He needs to be a captain. He's #1 first mate. He needs to be a captain, though. Honestly, the bullshit he deals with. Nope, that's what I've been saying. He's been saying it too. He needs to be. Yeah. Well, and on the same side, I know there's a lot of friendship involved in all this, but there's some guys up there that hadn't been playing, don't need to be up there. Okay. Gotcha. Well, that happened since last night, then. Well, that's in a way that's still priority treatment. They're not here to do it. If they come back, then they can get it back, kind of thing. But I don't know. Right. It's more of an issue of they want to look over on the Discord and not get butthurt. Is what it is. See their name and not feel butthurt about it. No. I didn't think you were.
I guess you can have one.
Thank you. That was
Just
sweet
one.
of you. Thank you, baby.
They're really good.
Okay, one more.
Before anybody gives you shit over it, I absolutely love that you're a trader because I'd hate to do all that. I'll guard you. I'll guard you on a trade run, but if you want to take half our iron and go trade it for 10 cobalt, silver, whatever, I'm happy to go around there and shoot ships that mess with you. I don't want to deal with that bullshit. So, I mean, I feel like that works out very well. He's not in here. He went to Syntax's chat, wherever that's at, to deal with something. I don't think it'll be a major lag fest. I'm pretty sure it'll be either low resources or it'll be something where the person has to stay and do something. I did. I'd like to think they're not going to do that, but this is grape card, so... Well, I'm gonna choose. I'm not gonna knock it until after. That could be. That wouldn't be too bad either. Well, that encouraged piracy. People are gonna be circling that square. I still like trading. I still... I still think the trading, like what Elenia is talking about doing, is going to be the best option for it. But the other option would be, just like Crimsy said, you go up there with 100k wood, you come back 2 days later, pick up your 30k gold, buy 100k of a different kind of wood. But that's the element right there. Is that's going to encourage piracy around that square. If people are doing that, pirates, you know, HSBB is going to be circling E6 a little more. Yep. Circling. Well, Elenia, think about it like this. You still will. Because, look, E6 is not going to have a whole lot of silver. E6, our Freeport, is not going to have a whole lot of, I don't know, dark wood or whatever the other kind of wood is. So you're, even if it comes down to not trading resource to resource, your trading is going to be selling some shit in E6, taking the gold, going over to D15 or whatever it is. I don't fucking know which ones are which. When you get to M9 or M6 or whatever, picking up the resources there and then heading home. Still gonna have that element of danger. Still gonna have that element of travel. I mean, whenever possible, do the direct trades. That'll be where it's at. But if you can't find those, then the Freeports are still not gonna be a safe place to do trading. You're not gonna find a whole lot of silver there, unless you're gonna be like the person who takes iron all the way down to M9 And then that right there is dangerous, you know? Then you're trading iron and M9, which they need desperately, I'm sure, you know, that kind of thing. Thank you, honey. I would increase the price too. Risk, reward. Yeah. Well, he needed to sit there and try to guard his shit. But yeah. Works for us. Be right back, everybody. I'll be right back. Do you not know your history? Oh my god. Educate this man. I'll be right back. To me too.
You know, and we have ARK coming new out, and some people, whatever, all know exactly what we have. It's all one spot. We know if you're breaking someone's base, it actually means something.
I think we could.
You know, stuff.
I personally.
Feel the actual work of breaking someone's base. Right now, we're breaking some bases like, oh shit, whatever.
I feel like we could do that without even being a tax tribe because, I mean, we know that first off, we're going to be able to defend ourselves. That's been shown. We can show up to the Alliance, war bashes, or whatever else. The one thing I don't want to do is have to try to reclaim all the boats and whatnot, but yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. We don't have to deal with the politics, the drama, the bureaucracy. We'll get our list from HSBB or whatever. Have a smaller say. Less politics is what I'm saying. Nice. Ha!
Sounds like fun.
Mm-hmm. And that sounds fun.
Stuff like that, yeah, that sounds like fun. And you don't have to go into too much because, I've seen officials tribes apparently some officials.
Yeah. Well, just like what you're talking about, Crimson and Elena is the same reason why my buddy doesn't play a whole lot. Unless we're ground sieging, or unless we're being attacked, that's his only time he logs in. Because, he's not thrilled with the giant politics and the giant, way the game's played, like the big mega thing. He likes the ground PvP. He likes the smaller skirmishes and engagements like that. So, I mean, he'd probably even come back and play a little bit more if we were to do something like that. He'd be a whole lot more involved. But he still stays in the clan. He logs in anytime we're attacked. Like the day we had dragons come over, he was here the whole damn day and ready. The day we went down to D11 or whatever, he was here the whole damn day. He was ready and willing the whole fight. Yeah. Yeah, true. Yeah, no, I loved watching you negotiate. It felt almost a little mean, but that's the kind of the way it was, and it was great. Like, I'm a firm believer, even when you're the big, massive company or whatever, until I joined you guys and started getting a little bit more toxic, I'm a firm believer in kill your enemies with kindness. Like, I'll blow their shit up and I'll smile at them and wish them have a nice day while I'm doing it, and then they start cussing me out, and I'm sitting there smiling back at them. I think that's hilarious. Personally, that's something my grandma taught me. I think that's freaking hilarious. Kill your enemies with kindness. They'll be bitching, moaning, fussing, throwing a big old fit, and you got a smile on your face, little smile emoji, and you're wishing them a nice day. It's fucking hilarious. But, you know, come over here and it's trash talk both sides, and they're just getting demolished. Hmm? Oh, yeah, well, that's what I'd consider my buddy. And if we had more ground PvP and all that, he's no stranger to work, he's no stranger to gathering. He didn't mind doing all that. It's just since we got so little of that, you know, he doesn't log on to do the work part of it, I guess. He logs on, he grabs a gun, he'll get in there, he'll ground siege, he'll do that whole 9 yards. But since that's so few and far between, he doesn't spend the other 96 hours out of the 100 hours, you know. Yeah. The other thing is, he told me this once, it's a little bit of an awkward feeling if he doesn't know the guys to come on and be like, hey, give me a gun, give me this, I'll help out. When, you know, he knows he's not doing that much farming because there's just not that much ground PvP to have happen. Mm-hmm. Oh wow. Trying to rape and pillage, but got no direction.
Give me some rain.
Why?
What?
Why? You want another one?
Mm-hmm. They're delicious.
That'd be the last one because we're out of cheese sauce.
Hmm?
That'd be the last one because we're out of cheese sauce.
Okay. Thank you, honey. My buddy and I have been playing a little bit more League because there's just less to do.
Check out a game called Deceit. It's free. It's so first person based you're pretty much a spy looking through the windows. No, it's like there's 6 people trapped. We have to make our way. It has kind of a little bit of a curve. 6 people trapped in 3 stages. We have to walk to each stage. In these stages, there's a light period, blackout, lights go out, and out of 6 people, there's 2 infected people. And you can't tell that they're infected until they're infected after trying to sound. See it trap figure out like drink that blood bag or you see something that you're infected. Everybody has a gun. Fucking shoot them. Shoot them before you die. Or if you are
You get 8.
this blackout, after getting the blood, they transform into a terror.
I have a buddy of mine that told me about that game, said it looked pretty good. And that's how you awkwardly end a conversation. Thanks, Grimsy, for the demonstration. That was great. I'm kidding.
It's like,
I looked at Deceit. Heard a lot of good things. Kind of wanted to play it, but then I saw the population base at the time was really low, but it just came out, so. The big thing is, can you get matches going back to back, or is it like a 20-minute wait between the matches? See, that's not bad. That's the one reason I didn't jump in and play it, if I'm being entirely honest. Because, you know, the people I talked with who did play it said, yeah, you gotta wait forever, and da-da-da-da-da-da. Should have grabbed a ramp here. Well, you got your my ass back in the league doing A-Rams and A-Roof. So, me and my buddy been playing that. I do not like all the changes they made to some of the champs. Freaking Nunu. I jumped on him like, yeah, I'm about to wreck some fools. He throws snowballs like half an inch away from him. Like 30,000 times, apparently. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Rolling into a lane, people definitely get out the way. I wonder, can people see the ult outside the bush now? Because that was Nunu's big thing back in the day, is you bush ult. Oh, yeah. I used to love doing that. It messed with people so awful. Only the really attentive ones that are like, oh, all of a sudden, why the hell am I slow all of a sudden? Then they flash away. Most of the time, you just nuke somebody, just boop, gone. Welcome back. I got a question. I got a real quick question for you guys. Who took all the swivel guns around our main base and turned them all to wild only? Because I switched them all back, but, like, I don't understand. It's a waste of ammo, and that's a... I changed them back. Yeah, no, I changed all the swivel guns around our main base back to survivors and tames. You can put them on all targets. It's just the point of those things is if someone does roll up on a warbear, they get squished. And they were on wild only, like all of them. No, they were on wild around our main base. Every swivel gun was on wild only, and I was like, "What is this shit?" I was confused, so I switched it back. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see, I need a ramp. Alright, what am I doing? Oh, I guess that works. Still need a ramp. Oh, is that what you were trading? Fair enough. It's fucking dumb. That was good, Crimsy. That was good. Harry wants to let everybody know it wasn't our conversations that made him leave the room. He's dealing with talks with upper management, addressing some concerns. And some of the stuff we talked about, some not. Just big meeting day, that's all. Wanted us to know that. You missed it. You missed it. No more chances. That's all you get. I'm sure you will. I keep on looking out there at the Tokenator at Token's new armor job for that boat, and it just looks so ridiculous. I want to see how effective that is. Like, it might be badass shielding, but it just looks so derp. He said it was total shit. It's important that you know. I don't know. No, you should put a message for him. I don't even know what. Just put on the signs that you can see. Put some stupid message on it. But it's weird shielding. Am I right? Look at that thing. I don't know. I don't know. I think part of what it might be, Tiger, is that maybe every ship has the same amount of structure cap. And, you know, you don't feel it as hard on the schooners because they're so much smaller. But on a brig, if you're really armoring it up, you feel it. On a galleon, it doesn't take too much to hit it. But that's a schooner, so he's just... But I looked at it and I was like, man, that looks dumb. But if it's effective, that's all that matters, right? Needs more shit, right?
No, but I mean, you don't need side cannons, right? That's the whole point of your ship. You take up your side cannons, back and missiles, missiles on your deck. And then on the back, you can just have like big cans. Figure out how to do that appropriate amount of command. This way, then you can put them. You can put the missiles on the side. You can have those up to 300 cans on the side. Or you just have one on the bottom and 2 others on top.
Tell you one thing I don't like about these whole feeding troughs. I don't feel like they preserve regular raw meat for long enough. Like, that's the one thing. If you actually have wolves or whatnot, you gotta go on a meat run every day, just like it was in ARK. Everything else can eat off of the crops and the berries, and you don't have to check it but once every couple of days. You know, 2-3 days. Who are we beating? I'll join in. More of a woman beater myself, but I mean, oh, never mind. You know what's really ironic about that? We're making jokes. We're making jokes. My wife happened to be walking up at that moment. She stops, tilts her head, and just gives me this look.
Is a woman beater?
I totally deserve that. I love you, honey. Ah, don't hit me. That was great. Guess who's sleeping on the couch tonight? No, I'm just kidding.
Me?
My friend says from across the room, me, because he's been sleeping on my couch for a couple of weeks. Guess who's sharing the couch tonight? Oh, what am I doing? What was I doing? Mortars. Oh, that was good.
You mean?
Huh?
You mean to say Caleb's gonna get an upgrade?
Oh, is that right? Congrats, Caleb. I thought about saying it, but I was like, nah. I hadn't got to know you quite well enough yet to make those kind of jokes. You should probably do that in the toilet. Just saying. Yeah. No, I know it's not defecate. I'm just making a joke. I'm lying. I don't know what deprecate or defecate means. Shit. Just gets up on stage. Yeah. A bunch of people just got. I will admit, that was probably the most impressive thing my first day in the game, is that I run up on a T-Rex, and like I didn't even notice this the first day. Every time they roar, you take a shit. I didn't notice that my first day, but I did notice. Yeah, well, yeah, no, that's probably why I didn't notice it early on. But I'm just saying, early on, I did notice. I came in, my first day playing the game, I'm just like, oh, this is so cool. And I run up, all of a sudden, behind a rock, there's like a freaking, it wasn't even a mean dinosaur, it was like a Triceratops or some shit. I turn the corner, and it's right there staring me down. I'm like, oh, God! Oh, I shit myself, that sentiment seems accurate. Then that was probably my happiest moment of the first day in ARK. Right. I don't know about real life so much because that was Jurassic Park to put on that portrayal. They also had velociraptors, which were the size of a turkey, portrayed as 6 feet tall. But I did, but they were so inaccurate. That was even as a kid. I was such a dinosaur buff. I loved everything dinosaur related. I was Mr. Dinosaur as a kid, and I loved that movie. But I was that smart ass kid who had to tell everybody he ever knew in life forever that Jurassic Park did it wrong. Technically, blah 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 blah. I was that smart ass kid. No one liked it. That's the information no one wants to hear. But I had to inform everyone. Just like, if I were a vegan, I would have been the perfect vegan.
Found the vegan.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, that seems like so much more of a majestic memory than I turned the corner and shit myself when a triceratops scared me, but I'm gonna go with yours. You're on your own. Man, the Bob life. Wow. It was like the early game pterodons. You put points on the speed on those things, they were stupid. If it looks like a duck and smells like a duck, it's obviously a platypus. Cow 101. Oh, shit. It just got real. Hang on, I'm out of this conversation. I'm out. I'm out of this conversation, Mom. You done messed it up. Obviously, you're a horrible mom. Obviously. Why are we even talking about this anymore? Horrible mom. You're fired. DSS is on their way. Actually, that's not even fun to joke about. DSS is not even fun to joke about. It's such a stupid... Really? Fun. I'm jealous. Tell her I'm jealous. I look at a chocolate shake and my ass jiggles for a week. Oh, Lord. She's plotting against you. Oh, that's great. I remember I had a similar situation with... The whole car seat thing, I had a similar situation. This is one of my earliest memories. I don't know, it was 30-something years ago. And I remember fussing with my dad about not wanting to wear a seatbelt. This is like the first time I ever had a mean thought about my dad. So, I take it off, and he finally, after fussing with me for a while, he goes, you know what, fine, just go ahead and take it off. But if something happens, you'll know why. And the first thing he does, he comes up to one of the red lights, and I notice him and Mom looking back and forth at each other a little bit, and I'm just like, I'm a kid, it wasn't nothing to it. All of a sudden, we get to the red light. I guess he was going a little too fast. He just slams on the brake, and of course, my face jams into the back of Mom's seat. And it was one of the earliest life lessons where I was crying for about a minute, and Dad real, all high and mighty kind of explains, well, that's what I was talking about right there. Now you're going to put your seatbelt back on, aren't you? Yes, sir! Yep, that's all there was to that. That was back before seatbelts were... Oh, no, it didn't take me long. Oh, freaking, that's back when seatbelts weren't legally required and all that jazz. Now they take kids out of car seats, when they're like, after a certain weight, they're like 8-year-olds and still in car seats. For my day, by the time you 3, you in that safety belt, son. That's pretty much it. That's part of why I like hanging with this crew, because, the crew I was with before in Atlas, and even in ARK before, one of the crews I was with, you try to have a conversation with them like that, and they're like, what? They're younger, but not super, super young, but young enough that they don't have these kind of memories. Yeah. Oh yeah, I do. How old do you think I am?
103.
That's about right, yeah.
You were born in 1966.
I remember when they weren't household items, but it was when I was awfully young. Because they became a household item, I guess before I was 10. It was pretty common. I remember freaking DOS prompt. O-Trail was the best thing ever when it first came out. Yeah, O-Trail was better. Hashtag just saying. This is when we get to a long, lengthy debate. I actually never played X-Tree. Hey, Crimsy? Are you running around on the board of Mortem?
Nope, I'm playing Skyrim.
Who's on the board of Mortem? Because it's missing. Oh. Oh. Well, they managed to ninja that one away from me. I must have been AFK taking a whiz or something. I remember putting food on it, and then I just now look over there and I'm like, huh, it's not there. Yeah, okay. I'm just not attentive. You want me to help grab some sap and stone?
Let's go.
Yep. 20K? Oh, so you just need 3 more K? Ooh. We don't have lots of sap. We got several sap trees, but not lots, I wouldn't say. Oh, you keep saying C8. I thought you were saying CA. I'm like, okay. Is it one of those ones? I've been through. I'm about to say I've been through those stages where ramen and oodles and noodles is like your daily diet, because I mean they're cheap. That's the you eat them because you're too broke to eat something else. All right, you get a little bit of hamburger meat, you can make oodles and noodles go a long way. I've been I've been that level of broke before, where ketchup watered down a little bit was your tomato paste, all right? Yep. On the only galleon I've put in any input was the monk ass, and I've noticed just now I went swimming by it. It still has 2 rope ladders that should both be torn off of the starboard side, and then just put one. Yeah, every little bit's weight when it comes to a war galleon, which that one's gonna be. Weight's gonna be a big deal. I would tear off both those rope ladders and then just put one on the lower dip area of the galleon, so that way that saves you an additional rope ladder because you're one level lower already. Fair enough. Wow, you're mean. If you're just for gold, I can't be arsed to go on long ass map runs. I mean, I'm sure they got some good blueprints, but at that point, you might as well just go searching for ghost ships. You'll get way more. Whaling right now, unless they fixed it, is still ass, because I can't find whales for nothing hardly. I've gone on two different 6-hour sails where I haven't found a damn whale. I used to have thousands of dollars worth of fishing equipment. I was a little bit of kid. I loved fishing. Like every time I ever went out and mowed a lawn, it was spent on some kind of lure, or some kind of this or that or other. I wasn't even that good of a fisherman. My best and my favorite catch ever, I remember it like it was yesterday. I tossed a line out there, instantly got yanked. I caught the fish in its top fin as it hit the water. That was the coolest catch I'd ever had. but I wasn't a very good fisherman. I guess I didn't have the patience. Oh, yeah. Well, there you go. Huh. I was about to ask, have you ever caught a lamprey? Because a buddy of mine said he caught a lamprey in the Great Lakes. And there's even this show about it. Not my buddy, but the show about someone saying there's some kind of beast in the Great Lakes, and then they determine that it's probably a lamprey because of the way like the bite marks on fish are or whatnot. Those little circle bites. I don't know. I just remember a show on it, and I remember my buddy saying he swore he caught a lamprey. Huh. That's what I'm saying. Like, no, my buddy comes from the constant state of misery, but no, I'm in South Carolina. I love South Carolina. What are you talking about? Oh, where at? I thought you said something different. I'm on the west coast, right, sort of close to the beach. I'm in the Aiken area, if you're familiar at all with that side of it. So I'm like 45 minutes from Georgia. Oh, yeah, there you go. Yep, Columbia. We're about an hour away from Columbia. A little bit south, a little bit west. Fair enough. You sound like a bad boy. That takes a whole different meaning when you say that. No, I don't. I'd rather keep it that way. I'm coming in with all the sap from all the sap trees that I know about on the island. Oy. Someone sailed in with some tames. We are one over the limit right now. Alright, are you near the Cerberus right now? Near the Cerberus right now. Okay. These big waves are cool looking. What? Are you shitting me? That's not even on the Cerberus. Really? Try you better F off. Chase you down. Stupid shark. You know what? Get out of here. I've got it on me right now. If you want to put it away, you can. I don't know how much it is. No, I'm literally on the Cerberus. Okay. Where's the box on the ship? Toward the front?
It is the no, go back, second level, and go down like a set of stairs.
Okay. The only thing I like about this boat's design is the way it protects its sail guys.
Okay, so the noodles can go in. Murphy, the noodles can go in.
Devil just lost a bear, I guess. What? Oh, what? Congrats. Carried. Alright, there's like 1,018 or so syrup I just put in. Those are rookie numbers. Rookie numbers. I'm gonna need you to shore those up. Whoa, whoa, Tiny D&T just died? Hang on, that might be in our little taming pen. What the fuck? Yeah. I think it was a bear. Let me check. I just saw Tiny D&T was killed. A rhino? Oh, it fucking was. Cobra. So it's in the other fucking taming pen. I'm gonna charge over there real quick. Figure out what the hell's going on. He literally just got that rhino. ISO did. Yeah, I'm charging over there now to find out what the hell. Oof. Yeah, sure enough, there's a fucking cobra in there stabbing something else right now. The doors were all closed as far as I could tell. It might have. But yeah, 2 dead critters right here. Devil. Yeah, Devil's Farming Bear level 74. And then your rhino. Those are the only 2 things it killed. Rip. Yeah, no, maybe it's, I'm guessing it's spawned in here because it was literally just right inside the pen. All the doors were closed. Unless it can go up underground right next to this big door where there's a little piece of ceiling missing or whatever. Let me see what you guys' bear had. It's gonna be a little awkward if you gotta play with somebody and like they're the killer. Guess that's part of the fun too, though. I believe it. Well, that sucks. That's a shitty way to lose a rhino and a bear. I'm sitting here eating strawberries in game now, and I'm like, my wife just brought home a new batch of strawberries today. I kind of want some. Yeah, she brought home some strawberries and some blackberries, and I love blackberries, and I'm a big fan of strawberries too. What? You guys, shut up. Cheesecake? Pound cake? Yeah, that was the next one I was gonna guess. That'd be pretty good. Or shortcakes. You know? I do it the cheap way. I get that strawberry syrupy stuff. And I just, from the store. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. That's the stuff right there. And then I pour it on, on the shortcakes that I bought. And then I eat it. It's good times. Yeah. Sometimes I snort it, but that's usually by accident.
He inhales the son of a bitch.
What?
What you snort?
Strawberries.
Strawberry shortcake.
Strawberries with shortcake under it.
Next question. You should know this stuff, Yanni. Come on now.
I thought he was gonna say chocolate.
I mean, I probably would. Fuck out the way!
No. What are you hungry for?
You ran into me there, bud.
What do you want? What do you want, child? You want some crackers? Sean? You want some crackers? Come here. You want these? Yeah. Here you go. Watch it. It's beautiful. Don't listen to me. He just don't listen to me. Pick it up. Oh.
Give me a kiss, beautiful.
Hold on. No.
Give it here. That ain't trash.
Go. I
Love
don't
you.
know how you manage to eat 4 of those things. I barely ate 1.5. One and what he had left over.
You
I
sure I
ate
have
4, and I'm kind of regretting it.
He also ate 4.
But not really regretting it at all.
That's my thoughts. I thought I had 3, but I guess 4 would probably be more accurate. They were delicious.
I think 3.5.
If you offered me another one, I'd say yes, but I'd wait a little while.
Yeah, no, it was sit there.
Mm-hmm.
But then it gets soggy and won't taste as good.
It's still good. You wait long enough, the cheese kind of hardens a little, and then it's still fine. What are you fussing about? Huh?
It's not fussing. It's just plain.
What am I doing? Tell you what we need.
Hey, smell
What?
this one.
Smell what? Oh, your pen that writes and smells?
Oh, no, not
So my
that
wife's most recent hobby, she just started. Hey, smell this one. She bought a pen that writes and smells.
one. Not this one. It smells good.
Sit down.
Yeah.
And find a place for
This is the life.
In the box. In the box.
She's done that before too.
Smell it.
Ooh, what is that, grape?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that grape smelling one sure is strong.
What? Where are we going?
What flavor you want?
On the couch?
What?
Oh,
Oh.
I don't want to go all the way there. Oh.
This is so 90s.
It is. I remember in the 90s, they didn't have the smells, but they had these things. They write in all different kind of colors. Jeez, this thing looks like it has way more colors than the ones I remember. The ones I remember had like 8 colors,
4.
right?
I remember the ones with 4.
Blue, red.
The 8 ones were the really
If you were a
expensive.
high roller, you had an 8.
Yeah, I was. Back then we had
Hey,
money.
Listen, if you're a 64 pack of crowns kid, you were an 8 colored marker or a pin kid.
64 pack of crowns.
Yeah.
Crowns.
Crayons.
Oh, crayons. Yeah.
It's got 10.
Huh?
It's got 10.
10.
Well,
Dadgum. Holy moly.
Your Highness?
I know, right?
And they smell nice.
Who'd you have to conquer for that? China? Is it made in China?
Taiwan, probably.
No, well, yes, actually. It
Correct.
threw me off because it says made in Ningbo.
Made in where?
Ningbo.
Nincompoop.
Text Josh again, ask if he's coming over.
Log on to Blizzard and bitch at him. He just logged into Blizzard.
Awesome.
Log in and bitch at him.
He just said he would.
Yeah, do it.
I'm telling you to.
Oh,
I'll bitch at him.
yeah, you bitch at him.
I wonder if this one's
We're supposed to play
watermelon.
some more smartass and some Monopoly tonight.
Playing World of Warcraft.
Oh, watermelon.
Tell him no. Just say no. The word no, and then when are you coming over?
He's not
Why
actually
did-
on the game though.
You mean he's not on the game yet?
He's on Discord.
Tell him no, and then ask him when he's coming over.
Done. I
Good.
sent it to him on both places.
Good.
I can't tell.
Let me
I
smell.
can't tell what that one is. I don't think it has a smell.
I'm about to say,
Smells like death.
I don't recognize that one.
Which one's watermelon? I drew the thing that came with it. Now I can't tell what is.
You're a derp. You know that?
I'm gonna have to look it up on the interwebs.
Which one of these is my wolf?
You gonna come
Hey, Tiny. Next time you get a rhino, I would just go ahead and put it in this pen. We've never had anything spawn and hurt our little pen over here.
What
He
happened?
backed off of the couch and his head went back and hit the table.
No, I'm not being like that.
It was walk 3 steps that way, and you already hurt the
Our little pen, because the big pen, Cobra apparently spawned in it and killed your rhino and the other bear, you know?
Oh my baby. Well, you hurt yourself. Where
Uh,
was it? Where was it? No. Touch it.
we could probably make that happen.
Oh, on your
we want to.
head. You hurt your head? Right there? Oh, okay. You wanna see this? You wanna see this? This one? We'll do it on the weekend. Tomorrow
We're low on several kinds of hides, so I'm gonna run around the island and go eating stuff with the wolf.
on the weekend.
Oh, I do remember seeing that. Yeah, I do remember seeing that. I don't know where it's at now, though. Be a good source of fleece. I don't know. I'll run around killing stuff for a while and I'll find it or I won't. I just remember seeing that we were really low on it. On different kinds of hide. Oh, an alpha crow. Guess that's a source of skin.
Can't do it.
Did you just punch a rabbit to death?
Ask no questions, get no lies, Mark.
Didn't even get any pelt off of it. Fur. I was actually going to offer when I was done after the next tree spawn. I was gonna be like, "You want me to hop on the rhino real quick and get you some stone?" But yeah. ISO's gonna be bringing me one at some point or another too. We can just share that one as well. Yeah, well, first like week or whatever, Papa and I basically shared like all the bears or whatnot. Although I did kind of asininely name one Cannon's Pooh Bear or some jazz like that, because everyone kept running and grabbing the bear while I was literally in the middle of using it. I'd jump off of it just to take all the resources into the thing. Some other guy who we had no idea who it was would just run up, grab it, and run off into the sunset and never bring it back. That happened a few times till I just started naming it. What up, Rob?
What are you doing?
Getting different kinds of fur. Huh? Just because we need them. If you want in a little bit, we can play some League or whatnot.
Sure. Are we gonna hop on now?
Alright. Josh can play with us if... Yeah.
I don't know where he is.
Tell him no, when is he coming over?
I did. I've said that on 3 different occasions. Or
Fourth is
places.
obviously the charm.
I don't have it. I don't have a 4th way to message him. Unless I message him on Steam, but he's not on Steam. So.
Telekinesis, Caleb. Learn it. Do it. You're welcome.
I'll send a carrier pigeon.
Yeah, there you go. That'll probably a little more realistic. I've never even seen that crewmate.
Just played a couple games of Apex Legends. Won a match. Just finished it. So, got some meatloaf, mashed taters. I'm sure you know.
Meatloaf.
Where's the meatloaf?
That's good, but it also comes out like molten lava. So my dad tried making cheeseburgers that way once, thinking it was a real clever idea. It was great till we bit into it and burnt half our faces off, and that was the last time we ever tried that kind of cheeseburger. My dad literally injected cheese into the meat while it was on the grill. It was a really cool idea, until we bit into one. I was about to say, me and my buddy are about to log on here in a little bit and play some ARK or ARAM. I used to be big in FPSs up until my accident, and I got all shaky hand after that. I used to be good at those kind of games. You don't know how irritating it is when you stop sleeping and then your hand starts, your motor skills go to shit, I guess. Apparently they took out like everybody else's loading time too, so people wouldn't be toxic or some jazz about slow loaders. For everybody or just for yourself? Because what's up? Haru. I don't know. Last night in one of my games, I built an Infinity Edge on Darius because I was on the wrong build thing. I caught a lot of flack for it. Pretty sure we won the game though. Yeah. No, you're right. I know. I realized that after I put it together because I was just kind of mindlessly going with one of my old builds. Like, well, I used to know what I was doing, so this is what it said I made. I'll make it. And now I looked at it, I'm like, why is that on this build? But yeah. Yeah, you remember Trendamere? It's used to be like his go-to item. I don't know if they've gotten better at it, but it used to be the recommended items were just horrible items for most of the champs. Except for Rabadons, like every caster is like, here, you want a Rabadon? So it's like, yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, what's up? I remember when 6 Rabadons used to be the most OP build in the game. Because it was like 80 or something ability power, plus 30% of whatever your ability power is, or some jazz like that, and it's stacked. Then they took out the fact that it's stacked, but 6 Rabadons used to be the be-all, end-all for like any caster. It looks weird. I want to see how that armor works. I take that back. It was like 5 Rabadons and a Zonia's because every character needs that oh shit moment. I mean, every Caster needs that oh shit moment. I'm just now starting to remember like what it takes to make stuff. I'm glad they had that little search bar at the top. Because first game I came back, I'm like, oh, they got 4 ADs. This would be a good game for a thorn mail. I go in there and I click on one of the things that used to be to make a thorn mail. I'm like, did they take it out of the game? Now apparently you just need a crap ton of those tiny armor shirts or whatever to make it. Huh. I attacked an alpha crow here a minute ago, but I guess he ain't coming back. This magic moment. Anybody know how much fleece you get when you use scissors on a sheep. Use scissors on a sheep. About how much fleece you actually get. Finally found that alpha sheep. Sounds like Sean's being tickled in the other room. I haven't seen very many lions here lately. I'm gonna go get in on this whole tickle fight, everybody. So I'm gonna go AFK for a few. Be back in a few minutes. Alright, everybody. Buddy and mine are going to play some League. When I get a little better at it, I might start streaming it too. Until then, I'll be coming back with some Atlas a little bit later on tonight. Unless it's just going to be boring stuff like more farming, and then in which case, I'll probably just do some farming. Until then, everybody, remember that you rock, and we out!